Hey folks. So when we last left off, I had just finished exploring the Degassi base at the Deep Grand Reef, and we decided we were going to come back, and I was going to do a little bit of exploring for resources on my own, which is a good thing that I decided to do that, because I must have been looking for a good 2.5, 3 hours, which would have made for a lot of recordings, but not a great amount of content. However, I did get a little bit carried away, as you can see from my remodeled base. Um, I completely revamped it. However, it is looking a lot better now. But first, I just want to. There's a message on the radio.
This is Life Pod 2, coordinates attached. We're way past our safe depth and bleeding O2. We'll have to swim for the surface, but it's 500 meters straight up. We'll make for the rendezvous and keep you posted. Out.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Uploaded to PDA.
While it doesn't look it, the Moth also has had a good upgrade. So if you take a look here, it's got the Seamoth Depth Module Mark III, which takes me to a maximum crush depth of 900 meters. Now brace yourselves. The biggest modification to my base is just ahead. An alien containment area. So currently I've just got some peepers and oculi in there, because I didn't want to start hatching or growing plants without you guys seeing it. So now it's currently just my feeding tank. Always handy to have fresh food nearby. And of course, if you want to make sure you have a constant stream of food, make sure that there's at least 2 of any type of fish so that they can reproduce. Now, we also want to take a look at this and this. So we're going to plant some blood oil, and we're going to drop off a crashfish egg, and that will get us started on that. Now, let's find our mobile vehicle bay fragment again, or not the fragment, the platform, while relying on my absolutely non-faulty sense of direction. Let's climb up here. There it is. And we shall build the prawn suit and the cyclops together, because those are defining moments in the game.
It is normal when first piloting a prawn suit to feel a sense of limitless power. Prawn operators receive weeks of training to counteract this phenomenon. You will have to make do with self-discipline.
So there's my prawn suit, and the test of my self-discipline.
Be advised, the Cyclops is designed to be operated by a 3-person crew. Only experienced helmspeople should attempt to pilot this vehicle solo.
Isn't she just beautiful? Now this, while it's still not as big as a Reaper, is going to get us around safely. Well, mostly safely. Let's go take a look.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Let's take an explore around Cyclops. So this is where we have our prawn suit or Seamoth docking bay. We can load decoys in there if we're being chased by leviathans. This is the upgrade module. I need to check what the crush depth on the Cyclops is currently. We got our storage areas here. You can seal up all the bulkheads, which is good if you want to avoid and minimize flooding. And let us customize our cyclops. So I want to call it the Heracles, and much like my sea moth, it's going to be black with red detailing. Call it red and green detailing. And the name shall appear in white. There should be an area for me to synthesize upgrade modules for the Cyclops, but I can look for that later. Oh, also, that over there. While I was busy exploring for Cyclops hull blueprints, I came across an alien underwater zone. I did not go and explore it because I wanted us to go through that together, but now that we have our prawn and our Cyclops, we can happily go around. But first, I want to install my Cyclops my prawn suit upgrades. I just need a drill arm.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Now, how handy is that? Very useful for getting around. And that's where the feeling of limitless power comes from. I can fly. Okay, so I am currently kitted up and ready to take on whatever comes my way, mostly. Let's try and not crash into our brand new sub. Good. Shut the hatch. Shut the bulkheads. And let's get ready to rumble. Although, I do think, first things first, I need to...
Engine powering up.
I think I do need to get some water to get me started. Because I'm noticing now that my water is very low. Interestingly enough, here we can see how much noise the Cyclops is busy generating. Quite handy when we're on the... when we're trying to escape predators. There should also be a stealth mode.
Silent running.
As you can see, it
Engine powering down.
it makes sure that the noise levels don't get too high. There is no issue here, so let us quickly head into the base. Oh, also I forgot that I need... Whoa! Good thing I dodged that in time. And already our blood kelp is growing. Oh, I forgot to install that. Huh. Silly me. That's not great. I don't have enough water. I should have salt somewhere though, don't I? So there's a salt deposit. Let's go and grab some coral tube samples. That'll keep me going for a little bit at least. Not for very long, but hopefully I can find some more water sources. That's a bit annoying. I'm not sure if there is a fabricator. Oh! Well, that's what happens if you don't keep track of what's in your inventory. Alrighty then. Let us head back out to our Cyclops. And this was what I used to store all of my materials when I was busy transferring bases. Prawn suit. Crash depth on the prawn suit, 1,300 meters. So that gives me a decent dive depth. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Ah, there's another.
Engine powering up.
First things first, let us go and explore the alien underwater zone. Ah, can't sound the horn if we're on silent running.
Rig for silent running. Ahead standing.
Ah, this just doesn't get old. And an interesting thing is,
Flagged. Emergency speed.
if you do that, and you leave it on for too long, your sub starts to overheat. Okay, we're still all good. And we are diving. I like how there's a handy little compass, as if the directions mean anything to me. Am I lost again? Really? There's the alien area. So we shall have to make our way around, because I don't think that area will be deep enough for the sub. Think then thoughts, folks. Think then thoughts.
Rig for silent running.
Okay, so we seem to be right above it. Now, let's check the cameras quickly. Okay, top is fine. Bottom is not picking anything up, so I can dive a little bit more. There's the jelly rays, so I should be coming across the coral trees round about now. Good thing I stopped when I did. Okay, switch off the rig for silent running so that the lights... Oh wait, let's shut off the engine.
Engine powering down.
And we shall switch on the lights so that I can find my way back. And... no, wrong way. Climb into our prawn. Okay, which way to the alien area? That's the Degassi Island, Seamoth, alien area. That's a mobile vehicle bay or a modification station. One of the two. And crash back down to the ground. should be somewhere inside this cave system. There we go. There it is. So we have another one of these archways in here. Very handy. Is this all that's in here? Please tell me there's more in here. Otherwise I'll be very disappointed. Huh. That's sad. There isn't anything else here. Yes, I'm venting my feelings on the environment. Anything at all? Sadly, no. Out we go. That was a disappointment. However, I just thought of something. I'm going to need to go back to my base and pick up Squash Shuttlebug. I'm going to need to go back to the base and pick up my purple alien tablet, because where we are going now is we're going to find the Lost River. So onward, back to the Heracles. Love to see something try and tackle me now. Maybe that's the feeling of invincibility that the PDA warned me about. How do I'm pretty sure that prawn should have lights as well. But I'm not sure how to activate them. Oh well.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Let's go back to base. Pick up our purple tablet.
Engine powering up.
And make tracks towards Blood Kelp Zone. I'm very hesitant about this Blood Kelp Zone because it is also a very convenient hideout for warpers and even a ghost leviathan. So I've got to be very, very careful piloting my sub around there. I think I might actually take my sea moth, because it will be better suited for that sort of quick getaway situation. Yes, I know I'm being a bit limp-wristed, but I really don't want to lose my sub that I worked so hard to get. Oh my, it was a real mission to get everything. But one thing that will make it all worth it is in the Lost River biome, I can find a cuttlefish egg, and the cuttlefish egg makes everything better. You'll see why when I manage to hatch it. I really need to invest in a power cell charger for my base, because it looks like the Heracles is just eating power cells. I mean, I wasn't even out for that long. Although it might be the rigging for silent running that kills my power cells, I'm not sure.
Engine powering down.
There was another radio message. Let's listen to that.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Destroyed. Mode.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
gets unaccounted for. 1.
Now, isn't that just comforting? I just realized I forgot my salt on board my prawn suit, so I shall need to go and pick that up quickly. That's a gasopod egg. May as well hatch a gasopod as well. Why not? Those things are generally friendly. There we go. Let's see how our crash fish egg is doing. The blood kelp is growing quite nicely. I'm pleased with that. Pretty soon I should be able to harvest some blood oil. Gasopod egg. There we go. Some of you may wonder why I keep Reggie in my inventory, but I'm never going to eat him. Well, that's because he is my mascot. You don't eat your mascots. However, what you do go and do is you commit genocide on any other fish in the area who seem to know what I have in mind and are giving me a wide berth. Sorry, Boomy. My goodness, I have terrible aim. That's the one very handy thing about having the thermoblade, is you don't have to worry about running out of food as long as there are fish nearby. Okay.
All systems online.
So there are 2 ways I can do this. Let me fetch a power cell. Spare power cell. There are 2 ways I can do this. I can either try and find the Lost River by going in through the deep Grand Reef, which is the safe course of action, or I can throw caution to the wind and look for the blood kelp zone. However, that does require me actually going and investigating with my terrifically awesome sense of direction. So I think what I shall do is I shall play it safe. I may as well unpin those recipes for the cyclops and prawn suit, but I'll do that off screen. For now, we want to get to the Lost River. Sounds so peaceful, doesn't it? Never know what horrors lurk beneath. Watching all of these sea giants on their way around you makes you feel quite small and quite introspective. Surely, is this? Where is this? Don't tell me I'm lost again. Ah! Well, looks like we found the blood kelp zone. There's a warper. Best way around here is to dive until we come across some ampules. You definitely can't hear it, but my pulse rate has definitely accelerated. I really dislike the blood kelp zones. They're just so eerie. Listen to that. Creeps me the heck out. Okay, further down. Let's do this thing. There should be ampules showing up any moment now, like that.
Local scans show a nearby opening, leading to a biome with extensive fossilized remains.
I believe this would be that opening. Yes, we did it, folks. This is the Lost River. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, they're the alien power cables. But first, let's take a moment to appreciate the majesty of this gigantic ancient skeleton. Looks like one heck of a big leviathan, doesn't it? Oh, also, see this down here? Highly acidic. So if I were to do this, bad for my health. Which is why we'll try and limit my trips down there as much as possible. Why am I not? There we go. Why am I having such difficulty scanning it? There we go. And new type of fish, spinefish. Related to the hoopfish, but evolved for deep sea living. And while we're here, may as well collect some rubies. Okay. Moth 2. I'm going to be so disappointed with myself. I'm going to have to go back and pick up the beacon, and hopefully I'll be able to find my way back here. But that is a problem for off-screen. Just as well as I remembered to bring my purple tablet. Where's my repair tool? Do I have... I do indeed have my repair tool. Oh no, you're kidding me, right? A yellow tablet. How do I figure out how to build a yellow tablet? Okay, this is going to take a lot of exploration. But we made it to the Lost River biome. So that, as we say, is that. Thanks for watching, folks, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Cheers.